Hi everybody, this is actually the Blue Flamingo, even though you're watching the Puck's Angel channel, but Puck's Angel is here. I'm just showing where we are. We are in Oak Lawn Cemetery, where the ghost of Tilly is. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't been watching my channel. So we're kind of hoping to run into the ghost of Tilly, but we have something else we need to talk about today. The other day, DC did a video about having lunch and I'm wondering what people do on their lunch breaks. And so we thought we would talk about the lovely break room at the place where I work full-time and the place where Julie works part-time.
And we're in a cemetery because we're going to tell you about the Wheel of Death.
Oh yeah, real quick, if you hear a lot of whooping and hollering behind us, it's not haunted by Indians. The Iowa State game is going on, and so the town is full of really drunk, stupid people. Anyway.
No, it's actually Tilly. Tilly is a football fan, and she's like, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death.
What exactly is the Wheel of Death?
The Wheel of Death is this haunted machine that has all these things in it that they call food, but it's not food. And it takes your money and it'll say like $2, and you put in $2 and it won't give you the food. So you have to like put in more money than it says, and then you get it, and it's not food.
Or sometimes it'll say $2.25, you put in $3 and it doesn't give you any change.
And you walk up to it and it starts like spinning around and making all these really strange noises, and then you try and open the door to get your food, and sometimes the door won't open.
That's right. And when you do get the food, it's not real food. It's just like...
It's Soylent Green.
That's right. It's basically it's just crap that's sort of shaped like food in plastic.
Well, it's like they say, oh, this is a chili dog. So then you like get all hungry for a chili dog, and then you open it up, and it's got like a teaspoon of chili and little tiny shriveled up wieners.
It's probably made of real dog.
And like buns that are, you know, from back in the time when I was in high school. And then you put it in the microwave, and it like bubbles like it's alive, and like one side gets crunchy and the other side is like, it's just gross. And then you eat it and you think, oh, a chili dog, that sounds so good. And you eat it, and then it sits in your stomach, and it says horrible things to you, and it taunts you, and you burp it.
And then they have hamburgers that actually sort of taste good at first, but then you realize that it's probably not real meat. They've got some sort of juice in it that kind of tastes like meat, and so at first you think you're eating meat, but then you realize that you're probably eating like, I don't know, styrofoam with some weird flavoring in it. And then they have eggs in there, and I'm not even going to go into that.
And then they have biscuits and gravy, and you know what? Not to be gross or anything, but I think my dogs could probably make that.
So anyway, as I mentioned in my channel, right now our workplace is in an old mattress warehouse thing, and so our break room is like the ugliest, most depressing break room you've ever seen. The floors are concrete, no carpeting, little strips of yellow and black everywhere, like warning strips. We have an internet cafe in there, which is nice of our employer, but it's kind of misnamed because even though there's internet stations in there, you're not supposed to eat at the internet stations. So I don't understand the cafe part.
But you know what? If it's not really food in the Wheel of Death, if it's not really food in the Wheel of Death, then it's not really eating when you take the thing that over there that you got out of the Wheel of Death Because it's not really food.
I think it's still eating, even if it's not food.
Oh, darn.
Because to me, I think eating would be putting something in your mouth and swallowing it. And chewing it and all that crap.
Yeah, it is all that crap.
Even if it's not real food. And then they have like tons of magazines in there to read, but they're all like ladies magazines from
they've got
6 months ago.
They've got some like gay magazines in there.
Yeah.
They have some craft magazines.
Crap magazines?
Craft.
That's what I said, crap.
No.
And they have video game magazines.
Oh my God.
Like video game people can read. I didn't say that.
Oh, you're naughty. You know what? I think I figured out what's in those burgers.
What?
Did you see on the way in we saw those giant crows?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, so we're eating crows?
Yes. And we're going to end up in this cemetery because we ate out of the Wheel of Death.
So we're really hoping, our workplace is moving soon. We're really hoping that at least we'll have a nice break room, but I bet we'll still have a Wheel of Death. Because when we were downtown, we had a really nice workplace, but we had a Wheel of Death there.
But it wasn't as deathy. It was just slightly death.
I think the food quality has gotten a lot worse. I remember back then it wasn't bad.
No, then it was tolerable, but here it's just like, well, and
it's all eggs.
And did you hear like one of the main dudes or whatever, like he got something out of the Wheel of Death and he opened it up and there were bugs in it. Now, wouldn't you think that that the Wheel of Death would disappear after that? Well,
that reminds me. Another thing about our break room. About a week ago, this is recorded in September. About a week ago, one of the supervisors opened the refrigerator and he found milk in there from the early part of July. So, yeah.
How is that possible?
That happened to Daniel.
Oh, ew.
So apparently the janitors hadn't been cleaning out the refrigerator like they were supposed to.
And here's the thing. They're always like bragging on the janitors because they're cleaning out the refrigerator. And there's all these notes everywhere like, your mother doesn't work here and clean out the refrigerator. And if it doesn't have your name on it, we're going to throw it away. And, they're bragging about all these people cleaning it up. And maybe he wanted the milk to turn into cheese.
Maybe. And yet the other day, I put a bottle of water in the freezer.
And did somebody take it?
Yeah, and it got thrown away. It was only in there for about 15 minutes. I was just trying to cool it off a little, and somebody threw it away.
That's just wrong. Don't you think that's wrong?
Why do we keep milk in there for like 2-3 months, but we can't keep a bottle of water in there for like 10 minutes?
I know why. Here's the thing. Like when you, foof, when you let one cut the cheese, when you do that, it's like he who smelt it dealt it. Okay, like the icky milk, the person who finds it is the person who has to deal with it. So everybody, looks the other way, because it's disgusting.
Right.
And that's why. That's why.
Anyway, we're probably getting... Shut up. Probably running out of time, so thanks everybody for watching our Wheel of Death video. And
Chili made me do that.
Julie is now biting me. Ah! Let's test video.
We're in the cemetery. We're looking for Tilly. Tilly, where are you? What?